That's right. Back at it again. Full custom hot dog here. We're doing a movie review instead of a Blu-ray review because I saw a film called Daniel Isn't Real. And you might think, hot dog, you're just excited about this because it says from the producers of Mandy on the poster. And that's only partially true. It came from Shudder, partially from Spectrevision, a couple other companies I haven't heard of. So I feel like anytime something says Spectrevision, I'm already excited. I'm already hyped. And of course, you've got Elijah Wood producing, blah, blah, blah. But I've been seeing this pop up a lot, I think in my Instagram feeds, I believe. I feel like I saw it all the time. And so Spectrevision pimping something out, I'm going to want to watch it. So I did. I finally got to see this. I don't know when this popped up on VOD, but you can rent it for about $7. For me, this was worth it to watch a long and eagerly awaited film. So maybe it is for you, but let's talk about it a little bit, I guess. There's no trivia on IMDb yet, which is a bummer. So, directed by Adam Egypt Mortimer. This is Daniel Isn't Real for 2019. Now, Adam Egypt Mortimer is someone that I think a lot of people probably aren't familiar with. He directed a film called Some Kind of Hate, which I didn't like and thought was actually kind of, I don't know, kind of boring. Wasn't not a fan of it. That one's like about a ghost that gets awakened and hurts itself and hurts people. I don't know. A spirit of vengeance, but wasn't into that. I actually had no clues as the same director. I may not have been as excited to see this had I known. But this is, so he directed that, and then he directed this film, Daniel Isn't Real, which is a pretty interesting take on the imaginary friend concept, or split personality, all that kind of stuff. And something that we're very familiar with because it always seems like, you know, is the split personality real? Or is it just a figment of their imagination? Maybe they're going crazy, blah, blah, blah. And thankfully, this takes it all into another direction. Of course, if you've seen my other reviews, I won't be talking spoilers here. Let me read what IMDb says this is about. A troubled college freshman, Luke, suffers a violent family trauma and resurrects his childhood imaginary friend Daniel to help him cope. So basically, as a kid, he gets this imaginary friend, and his mom forces him to lock the friend away into a dollhouse, a la, and I mean not a la, you know, Allah up in heaven. I mean, just similar to Drop Dead Fred, having to lock Fred into, I think it was a Jack in the Box, and then awakening at a later period. And thankfully, that's where I feel like the comparisons end. So then Luke's having just a rough time in life, you know. Mom going crazy, and his therapist tells him that maybe he should bring his childhood imaginary friend to life. And he does, and it's interesting because the friend Daniel, who isn't real, he is obviously his friend. I mean, they're friends, and they act like friends. They have imaginary sword fights. As a grown-up, Daniel's sort of Luke's confidence. He's helping him out with women, helping him find his artistic side. But Daniel, of course, has this, you know, he's on his own mission, his own secret little violent mission, which is kind of interesting. Apparently, it's based on a novel by Brian DeLeo. And, you know, I was reading this, I was like, man, this would be a good story for a book. I'm kind of surprised this hasn't happened. Oh my gosh, I see him as a writer for something called Laughing Man, which just looks like the Joker? Okay, that's some weird short. Never mind, that's some like Batman fan film. Sorry, that was really, really off-putting to see what looks like a Joker ripoff. I'm way off topic. Anyways, so yeah, when you're watching the movie, it does feel like it's kind of based on this, on some kind of book somewhere, because the concept is so, to me, it's so interesting. I saw somebody complain in an IMDb review saying this, there isn't much new, but I disagree. This combines quite a few things. So you do have this imaginary friend thing, you know, much like we've seen plenty of times, but you also get some weird body horror and some pretty solid makeup effects here. A lot of surprises, some great mood lighting. I'm almost starting to think Spectrevision is going to be synonymous with red and violet lighting, which isn't a complaint for me. That's my mood lighting. I love that stuff. So pretty solid flick all around, full of enough surprises to keep me engaged, and really, to me anyway, kept me guessing until the end. I'm definitely, this isn't going to be an insta buy for me though. maybe in the $8 range. I would buy this on Blu-ray. I did like it enough, and I would say I could recommend it. I think if you're into this kind of thing, and you'll be surprised. I think you'll be surprised where this film takes you. And again, very solid body horror stuff in a film that doesn't push the fact that it is kind of a body horror thing. Really cool stuff. This does make me curious to see what the director's going to do next. I thought everything was great here. Also, I didn't even mention the stars because I am Sloppy Joe over here. Miles Robbins, who I was not too familiar with, but was in Halloween 2018. And he was in The X-Files, which I think was the newer season, it looks like. And also Patrick Schwarzenegger, who happens to be the child of Maria Shriver and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And both do a very fine job. All the performances, very on point. Direction, everything is very solid. This is a very solid flick that brings a familiar idea and puts a familiar twist on, or a new twist on it, I should say. And that's kind of what I like to see from horror that I enjoy. So, anyways, if you've seen this, let me know what you think. It's a very, very solid flick. I enjoyed it, and definitely let me know what you think. If you rent this, holla at your boy. Let's talk about it. So anyways, thank you for watching. I'm Full Custom Hot Dog. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Full Custom Hot Dog without the last O, because that is just too long for Twitter. And until next time.